Right, we are live in Hollywood, brought to you by Harmon Solar, and without further ado, Clay Helton, head coach of USC, joins us. Wow is what I would say about Sam Darnold. Not the football player, not the quarterback. He rolled in here with an armada of people, and not even because that's who he is, but how much pressure's on that young guy, and how does he stay so humble?
I tell you what, the way he was raised, there's trained and untrained, and he was trained. Between his mother and father, Mike and Chris, and Coach Ortiz, his high school coach, we saw it in recruiting, just how perfect a fit he would be at USC. Obviously, he has a skill set that everybody sees, but the intangibles are what's his humbleness, his humility, how he carries himself, how so team-oriented he is in individual success. He's the type of guy you want to be the face of your program. He's representing USC.
Talk about that a little bit, because USC, it doesn't matter if you guys are up, if you guys are down. When you're a quarterback at USC, there's expectations, there's history that you're expected. Is it too strong to say you're expected to make history, to carry on what the guys before you have done?
We know the expectations. Whether you're a coach or player, it's the reason you come to USC. You know when you walk through the door, you're expected to win championships and national championships. If you don't like it, don't come. We see it as an opportunity around the organization. So we really look forward to the opportunities to play in the biggest ball games and have that pressure on us. That's what you want. That's why you play college football. But you have to he's definitely going to win.
Well, speaking of expectations, I read an article, and I want to say this in Sports Illustrated, who said that you're the first coach who's not trying to be Pete Carroll or live up to what Pete Carroll did. What is it like being the head coach there, and is this the right job for you?
Yeah, definitely. The best advice I was given when he said, just be you. You don't have to be Coach Carroll, you can be Coach Saban, Coach Belichick, Vince Lombardi. You got the job because you're Clay Helton, and the kids trust you, develop the relationships with them. Be you, because they can smell falseness if you're not. And I just, I had the good fortune of being at USC for 6 years prior to being the head coach. So I understood the program and the intangibles that go with it, the tradition of excellence. And when I saw it, I was thinking about the names. Okay, Marcus Allen, Ronnie William Gibbs, Junior Sanders, those type of names. They are physical, blue-collar toughness. That's what USC is really about. Do we live in Hollywood and there's a lot of flash? Yes. And that's what comes a part of being a USC Trojan. But how do you win football games? How do you win championships? You win championships by preparation, execution, and being blue-collar toughness. And that's what we're trying to bring to the table. A culture that's ours and one that we can celebrate.
Dr. Clay Helton from USC, brought to you by Harmon Solar. What was it like leading up to you getting the job? Because you guys had some downs, whether that's Sark situation or whatever, losing games, coming out of NCAA sanctions. Were you excited to get this job? Were you able to see through all of that and see where you guys are about to go to now?
Yeah, one of the things I thought, both with Coach Kiffin and Coach Sark, they had wonderful players that they had recruited, and wish things would have gone better. I really do. Both are brilliant coaches. And I was excited. Obviously, it's USC. You get to be the opportunity to be the head coach of USC. I was extremely excited, not only for the job, but I had had a relationship with those kids for 6 years. I'd watched them grow up. I'd sat in their living rooms recruiting them and watched them, help them to go from young men to grown men and professionals. So to be a part of that and continue to be a part of it is what I was most excited about. We had a great run there and won a Pac-12 South Championship. I was like, gosh, I don't want this to end. This is so fun being with these kids and the staff, and got fortunate enough to get the job. Thank God every day for it.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you. Jim Morris sat in that same chair that you're sitting in right now yesterday and said that you guys are not competing against each other, but that just happens to be the reality. You're in the city together, and everybody, I think, wants to pitch you guys against each other. But you guys are two really powerful programs. Is there room enough for both USC and UCLA to thrive at the same time?
Yeah, we're so fortunate because you have USC and you have UCLA, two premier academic universities, and two quality athletic programs. We just happen to love to compete against each other. Jim and I are fighting for that victory bell as hard as we can. And, we're fortunate in this town to have two great universities. It makes it for a lot of fun. You think about the great rivalries that are out there, and they're usually in different cities.
Yeah.
To have the rivalry right here in the same city, that's unique, and it's special. And it's one of the things that I think that makes that game so special.
But by the way, you guys are picked to win the South. They're picked to finish third. Were you at all surprised to see Utah was picked second by the media?
Utah is a quality football team. The one that beat us last year, last 16 seconds of the game. There's no man that I have more respect for in the league this season. I've watched Coach work. What he does with his teams year in and year out. You walk into that game and you better be ready for this one because they're going to be well coached. They're going to be tough as nails. Defensive mentality team. He's just one of those coaches that year in and year out producing at the level. And it's no surprise to me. Each and every year you'll see a college team ranked at the top fighting for the conference championship.
And somehow Port Augusta got away from you.
Yeah.
Which you're not disappointed
about.
about.
No, thank goodness. I tell you, one of the things that we have found is that City and how it has grown on a breeding basis. It's really become a nice hotbed on the West Coast.
It used to be a secret, though.
No, not anymore. There's some quality players coming out of that area, and Coach Lee has done a great job. And we've been fortunate enough to get a few our way, and obviously Porter being one of them. He's done a wonderful job.
Well, Clay Helton joins us on the Monty Show. You're coming to Phoenix to see us at Arizona State this year. Talk about Arizona State a little bit and what you know of. Obviously, new facility. That's a team that's trying to bounce back. When you think about Arizona State, what comes to mind for you?
For me, I love their personnel. When I look at that team, how well coaches recruited, they're extremely athletic. They got the best short yardage goal line runner I've ever seen. The big back, and then you dig JoJo Wicker on defense, and just across the board, personnel-wise, they're really, really talented, and they're a team that I think Coach does a great job of being aggressive. You think of his offenses and his defenses. You're getting pressure every down, and that offense is going to go fast and it really puts up points. So it's one of those that when you walk in and play them, you're going to get a very aggressive style of team. And then you walk into Sun Devil Stadium, that's a special place to play. It's loud, they're rowdy, and
you're going to sweat.
It's the way college football is supposed to be. I went there one time, and then all of a sudden it started like raining a little bit, and one of the dust storms came up, and we're like, oh my God, what is going on?
Yeah,
tough place to play.
It is, and that's a game October 28th. And I know you probably haven't looked at your schedule beyond Western Michigan because it's one day at a time, and we're just happy to be here and contribute to the team. But you also have Stanford, Texas, at Cal, at Washington State. Has this conference, and you've been here a long time, has this conference been this good as it is right now? Because there's no easy outs.
I look at going into my 8th season in the conference and look at, one, the coaches that are leading the programs, 2, the personalities when you're compared to the league right now, and the competitiveness in the league. If you don't bring the league down, that's just a fact. It's one of those things where I think out, even at USC, you play 9 conference games, you play Notre Dame, you play the likes of Texas, and Western Michigan. You better be ready because every game does count.
Well, Nick Saban said you guys should only play P5s. Just P5s, playing P5s, and Western Michigan doesn't matter. Can college football survive that way, just playing P5s, just playing P5s?
Well, I look at our schedule. I think about the Pac-12 conference. They're competitive. We have a 9-game conference schedule. We play Notre Dame every year. We're going to schedule in Alabama like last year, and Texas like this year. And then last I heard, Western Michigan was 12-0 going into the Cotton Bowl last year. So, the good fortune for us is, and I think every team's going to look at, is your resume, because that's what puts you in the playoff. And your decision is going to, the reality is, you've got to put a schedule together that wows people. And I think when you have a Pac-12 conference schedule, Notre Dame, Texas, Western Michigan, you do your job. They're going. Yep, that's one of the good football teams.
You're going to earn it.
Yes,
You're going to earn it every down this year. Coach, great to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for your time. Clay Helton from USC, brought to you by Harmon Solar and Jake. Talk about earning it, snap in and snap